Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, welcome to episode number 203 of Business Behind the Scene. Today, we're talking about something that as business owners don't really have much, something called stress. I went to my acupuncturist the other day, and he does something magical. He put his two fingers in my pulse on my wrist, and he feels my pulse, and he goes, you have the typical business owner pulse. And I said, what is that? Like, you're stressed. I'm like, huh, really? Welcome to life. Like, welcome to business, right? So apparently, as business owners, we have a different pulse, just so you know, which is fascinating. And that is probably because we are stressed. And even though we don't think we are stressed, we are always on the go. We're always working. We're always, the responsibility is on us. Like at the moment, like literally yesterday, I had my day off and I wasn't in the office, but I was still checking Slack. I was still checking the emails. I was still answering some inquiries. Like I still was on it. Like I'm not completely off, right? Because that's part of being a business owner. We have responsibilities. We have people that we have to pay. Their livelihood is based on what we do. So it's like important that we don't forget that even though we don't think we are stressed, we probably are. And so then it's like a matter of understanding that what are we going to do? What are you going to do to release your stress, to really stay more focused on your health? Because stress doesn't really help to get more results. Stress doesn't really help to get better solution for yourself. So for your business as well. So when we're stressed, we don't really make the best decision. And so what are we going to do? For me, one of the things that work really well is to study, like listening to podcast. Well, first of all, most starting my day with meditation every single day is something that I want to do. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not stressed at all, because as I told you, my acupuncturist said that my pulse is a stressed pulse. So I'm not saying that I'm not stressed, and I'm not saying that I don't get affected by things like that. But what I'm saying is that I do everything I can to manage it. And so I first and foremost have, if you haven't got my time management course, please get it, because that's what I teach you how to have an ideal week. And in my week, I'm working between 20 to 24 hours. Sometimes after I had like last month was a big month, this week has been very cruisy. I probably worked about, maybe today's Wednesday, probably I worked about 7 hours in total so far, and I'm going to work tomorrow, and then Friday I'm off. I'm going camping. So I try to schedule in long weekends, and I try to stick to Monday to Thursday. I'll try to, have some boundaries of when I'm working, when I'm not working. I try to do to massage, meditation, facials, relaxing things, acupuncturist, like all the things that are going to help me to stay and the best version of myself and really release the stress, because it's not healthy for me to be stressed. And it's not really fun for my team to be around me when I'm stressed. And I know when I'm stressed because I get a little bit grumpy and a little bit less patient and a little bit more snappy, and it's not very nice to be around a boss like that is like that. And I try not to be as much as I can, but I'm human, and sometimes I do also have stressed days that I'm like, oh, and I just like lose it, and it's normal, and I'm not excusing it. And I always try to be my best, and I always try to improve, and I always try to, release that stress. So these are some of the things that I do, which is meditation, listening to podcasts that really help me understand that I can have control of my thoughts and I don't need to overreact to things. But the other thing that I do is to really go to breathwork meditations in the weekend. And the other thing that I'm working towards, and we're nearly there, is to get a chef again, right? So, what are the things that, for example, yesterday was my day off, and the whole day I was like, I need to cook for the week. If not, I'm gonna keep eating unhealthy, and if I eat unhealthy, then I'm even more stressed, because then I'm resentful because I don't have time, and I'm upset. It's like, when I'm gonna have time to cook, and then I'm here and I've got only half an hour to eat, and I don't want to have that feeling. And so, a chef will really release a lot of my stress, because, to be honest, cooking stresses me out, because it's not something that I love doing. It's not something that I'm good at doing, and I'm something that I enjoy. So I mean, I do if I have to cook for someone else. But anyway, long story short, it's something that is adding stress to my life. So my suggestion to you all listening to this is do a list of all the things that stresses you out, and all the things that are like on top of your brain, all the things that you're like struggling to stay on top of, and write them all down. And like for another thing that stresses me out is when to fit exercise in my days. I get stressed about it because if I don't plan it, I don't do it. And so I sit once a week and I book all my exercise for the week. So then I have it, it's locked, and I know that it's in my calendar. I booked the session, and I'm definitely gonna go. And so all of those things help me. So make a list of all the things that stresses you out, and then start to address what is the solution to it. So, for example, food stresses me out. I'm going to get a chef. And so I've got a goal that once I get to 65 clients and recording clients, we're going to go into doing that. That's it, done. And then I'm like, okay, the gym stresses me out. Okay. I'm going to now, from now on, I'm going to schedule it in once a week and it's done. Okay. What else stresses me out? Okay. Something. And so then I put one of my team members. So I usually try to either delegate it or create a procedure for it. And those things help me to release this stress. But at the end of the day, we're business owners, and stress is part of being a business owner. So we cannot completely avoid it, I don't believe, but we can manage it a little bit better by doing the things that I share with you today. So I hope that you can manage your stress a little bit, and be mindful that it's important that you have a little bit of stress release time. So go and book something for yourself now. If it's a meditation, if it's a retreat. By the way, I do that as well. I go to retreat once a year to really like detox and detox not just from food, but from working and computer and technology and all the things. So those retreat usually don't allow technology at all. So, and I love it because it's like, give me a week of like completely detoxing from everything. Hopefully this was valuable for you. Have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening to this amazing podcast. Now, if you enjoyed this, you're definitely going to love my Facebook group where I've got over 11,000 people in it, and they're all business owners successful like you. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge, and in there I do classes every week, and I get to interview my clients, and I get to teach you all the things that I've done to get my business to 100K plus a month. So I look forward to have you in there. It's called the Successful Entrepreneur Lounge Facebook group in Facebook. I look forward to see you there. Ciao.